Hey guys, how are you doing today? This video is one that I'm making for a client of mine. She reached out the other night and had something really interesting happen. Okay, of course it was scary to her. And again, this is everybody's experiences are very different with things. So she kind of inspired me to do this video because it's something that we don't really want to talk about, the other side of things. Okay, so in this video it's just kind of talking about how you have your spiritual gifts, you have your psychic abilities, and these things are really cool and interesting to you. You might be you might have known that you have these abilities but didn't really start doing like the training for them or knowing how to manage them. I remember when I used to go to grocery stores when I was a kid, it was one of the places that I would really be overwhelmed. And it was because I would walk past people and I kind of get like messages to give to people, or I feel this push-pull of your energy and you're just like, I have to get out of here. And I didn't know how to explain that to my mother or my father or whoever. I just knew like I could not be there. So this was something that, growing up, I had to learn how to manage, and most of us do. Okay, I'm sure you've had to do this too, where you're just like, what is going on with me? So she messaged me the other night, and she doesn't mind that I talk about it. I always ask before I do videos, so don't think like, oh, I went through something, she's going to talk about it. Never, never, never. So her husband and her were sitting at a table, and they were having dinner together, and she had a message come through like whoosh. Okay, it was really overwhelming, really intense, and it kind of startled her husband. And when you have relationships around you and you never know when it's gonna happen, okay, mind you that when you do have high stress, when you are going through things, and let's be honest, this year we have had tons, okay, so we can get caught up and busy. So we don't really know how, oh, I need to ground. We don't have that thought like I need to do this or I need to do that. And again, she's still learning how to kind of manage these things. So, she reached out and we talked about it. And that's what I wanted to say. Like, it kind of took her husband back, and it kind of made her feel like she did something wrong. Okay. And that was like so heartbreaking, because it's just, you don't know how to explain it to people, especially when it's happening. And, the message that comes through, you just think, oh, it came through and I need to tell them. And that's that. So again, this takes great discernment to know when you should tell somebody something. Sometimes in her situation, she couldn't really help it. And so there are things that you can do to learn how to master yourself, master your abilities, and pay attention to when you're a little bit more, I want to say hyperactive, where you can get more channeling, and that means, hey, you got to ground yourself, okay? There's been numerous times where I've been out and drove past somebody or a coffee shop or something like that, and I'm like, poof, like that message just comes and says, you need to tell them this. And I'm like, well, how do I tell them that? Like, that's going to be crazy, right? I'm going to look like a little nutty. So it's really important to have that discernment and know. So that's why there's these beautiful events and places that you can go for people that are wanting to know, okay? They want to know. They're coming to you to say, are you picking anything up from me? I'd really like to know this. And then at that point, when people are coming to you and they want to know, that's when there's no holding back, okay? And that was one of my mistakes too when I first started, of like, oh, I can't say that. That's too much. Well, say it in the kindest way that you can, say it in the most simplest way that you can, so that that person can receive the message. But it might just bring that person the peace that they need. It might just be that beautiful closure that they need. You don't know. So in this situation, I just said, well, one, get your butt back in. We have some work to do, obviously, to get you more grounded, more have more self-mastery over your gifts, over your abilities, and to continue learning what they are, and then how to ground your energy and to be mindful when things are kind of getting nutty. There should be a school for this. There should definitely be a school. I think most of us can agree. We would just be right in with our crowd and we would just love it, right? Because you grow up, you always feel like the oddball out. You feel like, I'm different. Because you're extremely intuitive and you are amazing, you are awesome, and you're not doing anything wrong. You just feel everything, and you just get so much so much spiritual energy, or so many things. So it's very important to protect your energy. It's important to pay attention to your body. It's important to be in tune with yourself and practice self-care, and really just cleanse yourself when you come home from places. Really cleanse your energy, okay? So again, this stuff can be scary, can be really overwhelming to you. So that's what I told her. I was like, look, I'm gonna do this video. I'm sure that there's other people out there like that. So if this does sound like you and you're like, yeah, sometimes some weird stuff happens, I don't really quite understand it. You know, I was there. Okay, many of us go through that. And so I haven't done like a course where I'm like, okay, here's all the instructions to it, because I believe that everybody's so different. So for right now, as starting out, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna work with people one-on-one. So if you feel called to where you're like, yeah, everything she was saying, I resonate with that, and I would like to learn more about myself, then reach out to me. I would love to talk to you, know about your experiences, because again, just as scary as it is, it can be very exciting and overwhelming, and you don't really know what to do. You don't know what path to go down. So that's why there's people like me, and then people like, you know, other teachers and people where you can talk to, and that's great. I know myself, you know, you always have to go where your spirit feels called. You know, I've had many teachers. I had some teachers I went to one time and I was just like, yeah, I don't know about that. So always trust your instincts and your stomach of what you're being led to do, where your heart feels safe, okay? So I hope this is like kind of opening awareness to you guys, saying like, yeah, I might need to actually take care of myself and figure some things out here, because you are beautiful, you're amazing. So don't keep sitting there and hiding your gifts. You need to shine. Be encouraged, be brilliant, a bright diamond, and you are a beacon of light, okay? You can be a beacon of light to so many people. So start tuning in and learning how to use your gifts and your abilities, and you will not be sorry, all right? You guys have an amazing day. I love you. Look forward to hearing from you.